So, this issue I'm about to talk about is a little bit of older news, and it centers around Xbox's new frontier, which is XCloud. And while the news may have been negative for a little while surrounding it, the message at the end of the day shows that Xbox is very serious about gaming. Because this whole news story was circling around the gaming media for a couple of hours before Xbox decided to make a statement. And that's the main thing I want to focus on, the way Microsoft isn't afraid to speak out and clear the air around their product. And I've talked about this before when I made a video titled Xbox Breaks Silence. I touched upon how Xbox isn't standing idly by as their name and product is being either taken in the wrong way or dragged through the mud. And that's exactly what happened last week in regards to xCloud, the streaming service that Microsoft is providing to Xbox gamers that are a part of their platform. So I want to clear the air about this topic and also discuss how Xbox isn't playing around this coming generation and how they're moving in a very confident direction. So let's get into the story and get into how Xbox isn't afraid to speak out anymore. But before we do that, if you like the content, hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. Alright, first up is what exactly is being reported about Xbox and their xCloud service. As anyone that pays attention to Xbox knows that streaming is going to be a huge part of their future, but it's not going to be the main thing that Xbox hangs their hats on. In fact, Phil Spencer and other high-level executives have repeatedly said that xCloud is just an option to play your games. It isn't going to replace your Xbox console or even your PC. They also go into saying that the xCloud service is years away from being something mainstream to all gamers. With that being said, a lot of the media outlets and fans still want to ask questions surrounding xCloud, which is very understandable. And that's exactly what happens when Microsoft's corporate VP, Kareem Koardi, was given an interview at XO19 and he was asked about xCloud games coming to the platform. Here's what he said. In terms of Project XCloud exclusives, we're in early talks with first and third parties, but we don't have any announcements to share. New content and IP takes 18 months to 2 years to develop. The first thing we're doing is just lifting and shifting content that doesn't require any development changes into the cloud. So right away with xCloud, we've got a platform that can run any of the 3,000 games you can run on Xbox today. Now, of course, I could see how this could be taken as there might be exclusive content that's just on Xbox's xCloud software. And that's exactly what the person giving the interview and others that heard the interview took from this. They thought Xbox was in talks with multiple developers to make content that will only be streamed on the xCloud service. So like most people would assume, a lot of the media influencers ran with the story and soon things got out of hand. There was outrage on a lot of social media saying that this isn't what gamers want and that we shouldn't support Microsoft and their vision for gaming. This type of thing could have taken a turn for the worse and really be damaging to the Xbox name. But just like Xbox did a few months ago, they came out extremely fast and put out a statement saying that the quote taken from Cordy was misunderstood. Here's what exactly was said in the article and the statement by Microsoft themselves. We received word from Microsoft that clarifications are in order for the story originally broken by Stevevor. Here's what a spokesperson told us. We're very early in the multi-year journey for Project XCloud, which is currently in public preview. We are investigating a variety of new capabilities made possible by the cloud. However, we remain committed to an approach with game streaming that is complementary to console and have no plans for cloud exclusive content at this time. Now, I'm going to be brutally honest with everyone. I truly think that Microsoft has turned over a new leaf and is seeing gaming as one of their main pillars within the company. For so many years, we've had Xbox dragged in the mud or have stories written about them that were blatantly false and very damaging to their product name. It was very frustrating to be an Xbox gamer, and if I'm being brutally honest, a lot of that was on Microsoft and Xbox's shoulders. They never once brought out quick statements to cool the bad mouthing that was happening. It almost seemed like Xbox could care less what gamers and media types thought about them. And because of that, a lot of Xbox gamers and gamers in general lost faith in the product and decided to spend their hard-earned money elsewhere. To me, this is a huge reason as to why Xbox was so behind this generation. Sure, it's because they had a terrible launch console and the price was horrible, yet the one thing that was hurt the most was the brand name of Xbox. and it was because they were always having some negative article or news story attached to them. And instead of reacting and clearing the horrible aura around the brand, Microsoft would let rumors fester and become something bigger than what they should have been. Yet lately it's been very different around Xbox. Executives are speaking very clear about what they want the future of Xbox to be, and they give us a lot of information and a very clear picture of what they see the Xbox brand turning into. But most of all, they clear up any misunderstanding when it comes to the brand. And that's exactly what's happening with this news story. An executive was talking and said something that could have been taken a certain way, and the media ran with it. Not to mention all the fanboys ran with it and turned everything into an Xbox bash fest. And instead of letting the rumors spread for days and weeks on end, Microsoft reached out to the people that broke the news and a bunch of media sites and cleared everything up. It's something that's been happening for the last year or so. Xbox isn't standing by and letting their brand be damaged anymore. Instead, they're being very vocal and helping all gamers understand exactly what type of gaming company they're aiming to be. Which, if you've been paying attention, is a gaming company that focuses on bringing us so many games where we can play them on any device, be it console, PC, or cloud. No matter where you play, you'll always have a top-notch experience on the Xbox platform. And that's exactly what Cordy says in the same exact interview that spurred all of this madness. He says this: "We designed Project Scarlett with the cloud in mind as well. And just as you're going to see our console product family evolve with next generation, the cloud is going to evolve along with it." Now, to me, that doesn't sound like they're making the cloud to take over the console or to keep things from console gamers. Instead, it sounds like they're going to be working together. In fact, it sounds like the console is going to be the foundation that the cloud is going to be built on. Which makes perfect sense because as a developer, you're able to develop for the Xbox console and at the same time, you're developing for the xCloud. It's a win-win for both companies and it's an even bigger win for gamers. So instead of taking that from the interview, a lot of people decided to take the route that would cause the most controversy. And I can get how the quote could be taken that way, but I also have heard multiple interviews where executives have said the cloud isn't here to replace your console or hardware. So maybe people should relax a little bit before running with the story, because it could cause a pretty big mess when it's all said and done, which this one was about to do. The only difference now is Xbox isn't afraid to clean the mess up and inform people that are misinformed. And I have to respect them for that because it makes being an Xbox fan that much easier, but also makes me feel appreciated as an Xbox fan. But enough about what I think. Tell me what you think about all of this. Are you excited for Xbox's xCloud? Do you think that the quote could have been misunderstood? Would you actually play an xCloud exclusive? Are you happy that the console is the foundation that Xbox is working from? Do you care about game streaming? Do you think Xbox is far more confident now? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support helps out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. And also follow me on Mixer. I recently started streaming on Mixer because I find the community much more engaging and fun. So if you want to hang out and chat with me, I'm very active with my chat and always playing games. The link will be in the description. I hope to see you guys there. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching. And until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.